So welcome back. It's been a while, but here we are, and today we are trying with the microphone to see if it can pick up all of the knitting noises for your ASMR pleasure. So yeah, we are going to be continuing with the sweater. So here is the ribbing. As you can see, it's stretchy. Yeah. Oh, I almost dropped one. And it is 6.5 centimeters long. Yep. So we are ready to switch to the thicker 8mm needles from our previous 6mm needles. So let's start. So from here on, it was just supposed to be a stockinette stitch all the way until it reaches 37 centimeters, and that's going to be in the armpits. So that's when you start with the armhole. Yeah. So let's do the first one here. And it's a bit tight, but there we are. So the reason why I haven't been making videos for a little while is because I've been busy. I'm feeling a lot better with my health now. Maybe I should shift it a little bit. Yeah. Not perfect, but I am feeling a lot better, so that's good. Yeah. Yesterday I was offered a apartment, but I decided to decline it because I wasn't really happy with it. It is so I currently live on I take the commuter train to work. So the people that use the commuter train that live on that like stretch of transport, they're said to live along the pendel, so along the commuter train. And this new place was also along the commuter train, but further out. So right now it takes me 14 minutes to get from my station to where I get off the train. And the new one would have been 35 minutes. And currently, because of politics or something, the commuter train is really unreliable. They just had a strike, or is that what it's called in English? I'm not sure. Where the trains basically didn't go go at all for 3 days. And the issues with the train are apparently going to last until fall, and even then there's always problems with it, so it's either late or there is växelfel, whatever that is in English. Just a lot of issues that make it really unreliable. And even living as close as I do right now, it affects my work. So I don't want to live further away because it's going to be even more difficult to get to work if there are issues. So I decided not to take it. But I am on second place for another apartment that is on the subway lines instead, and that is a lot more reliable. So I'm hoping for that one, but we'll see. But it got me thinking that maybe I should start like preparing for moving out soon. So I have this apartment. It has like this main room, which is like the living room and the kitchen, and I have my desk there as well. And then I have my bedroom over there. And I have a second bedroom over there, which I've just used as storage. But the thing is that I have not organized that storage. I've just kind of piled it everywhere. So I am going to take some time and organize that mess. Maybe get some moving boxes so I can like put it all away into moving, because it's a lot of seasonal stuff like Christmas decorations, Easter decorations, Halloween decorations. I can see some clothes and some cooking stuff that I don't really use very often, and just get that space in order for moving, so I don't have to think about that when it comes time to actually move. So yeah, that is next up on my agenda of things to do. And it's so funny because for the past couple of years I've been doing komvux, which I finished in autumn. It's like adult high school education. So if you need some courses or stuff to be able to apply for school, like for in my case apply for veterinarian school, then you can do that. So you have what you need, even if you didn't get it when you were young. So yeah, with that gone, I've sort of been able to refine myself, like my energy, and like I've been able to do more things, whereas before I would have been tired from all of the stress and stuff. And it's just funny how things work out. So when you have a happier like mood, things just start going well, it feels like. So yeah, I've been dropping some hints about what all of that might have meant on my Instagram, and for those of you that know, you know, and for those of you that don't, then try to figure it out. It shouldn't be too difficult, but yeah. So we have the thicker knitting needle here, and we've done our first row, and you can see it's all pearls on the back here, and it's all knits on the front. And since we are moving to stockinette, we will now do every other line with knittings, and then every other line with pearls, so you get that smooth knitting fabric. Stockinette. And this is sort of what it's going to look like, because this is the blanket I made a long time ago with the same yarn. So yeah, I think it will look nice and cozy for autumn. Not really spring colors. This, for me, spring colors are more pastel-y and like this, because you're coming out from the darkness, and yeah, like this. Wow. So yeah, but since these take a long time to make, you can't really or I can't really make one thinking that I'm gonna use it for the actual season that is right when I'm starting to make it. That's a very strange way to put it, but I hope you understood. So yeah, we are going to be purling this row. This is the first time I've made a full purl row using this new knitting method, whereas before I would always switch to a totally different knitting style, using this hand to hold the yarn instead of this hand. So we'll see how it turns out. Like I said, when I did the ribbing, I really like this method because it just felt a lot easier to not have to think about moving the yarn so much. It's just easier for your hands. But we'll see if the same is true for knitting this way. And I don't know why. Knitting is kind of seasonal for me. So I'm already starting to feel that that seasonal shift in my hobbies are starting to kick in, where I'm not really that interested in knitting, but it will come back in autumn. So I feel like I need to finish this sooner rather than later, because it's going to be more and more difficult for me to get into knitting until it starts getting cold again. Because right now it is like 12 degrees outside, and like you don't have to cover yourself in 100 layers of clothes. In fact, yesterday I had a long sleeve t-shirt, and then I had a shirt, and then I had my jacket, and even though it was in the middle of the night, I was sweating because it was so warm. But that's like what I've been used to weather-wise for a while. So yeah, and it seems like they are vacuuming upstairs, so hopefully it doesn't pick up too much of that vacuum noise, but we'll see. This won't be a long video because I have to go to work soon. Yeah. And I'm not sure, like if I have my hands here, it'll be more in line with the microphone, but if I have it here, you can see it, so I'm not sure. It's some experimentation. Maybe I can just, because I don't want it to pick up my voice too much, because my voice is louder than this, and if I try to bring up the sound for this, then my voice is going to be louder as well. So that's why I'm trying to talk that way and not into the microphone, but trying to have this somewhat close. So I'll just scooch in a little bit to the microphone, and we'll just have it here, and yeah, we'll see. Practice makes perfect, and we'll eventually find some way where I can put it all in like superb sound quality. But yeah, the apartment that was on the subway line that I'm on second place for, it was really nice. So it's in the end of one of the subway lines, the green line, and yeah, you walk through a forest, or like into a forest, and the house is like located on top of a cliff almost, and there's just forest all the way around. And when I was going there, I saw 3 deer, and yeah, it was just so I'm really hoping for it, but you never know. Second place might sound like a good position, but it only takes one person to say yes to lose the apartment, so but then again, I just did that. I was the one that was in second place for the apartment that I declined was in my position, so it happens. But yeah. Oh, and this is going to be my final work day, or work days, that is like part of my old nightmare shift, because on Monday we switched to the new schedule. So in Sweden, in my profession, you are required 11 hours of rest between, at least 11 hours of rest between your shifts. So when you quit for the day and when you start the next day, it has to be at least 11 hours in between. And that is exactly the amount of time I have between my shifts for tonight and tomorrow morning. So I finish at 8 and I start at 7. But because of how long it takes to get home, and then you want to eat dinner maybe, or you want to eat breakfast in the morning, that means that the amount of time you have to actually sleep is less than 8 hours. And me not being the best at falling asleep, need a lot of time to fall asleep. So that means that I have had one of these 11-hour rest shifts every week for the past year. And yeah, I never sleep well on these days. I might go to bed at midnight and then I wake up at 5, deceased. Unalived, as they say in all those YouTube shorts. And like, I have a sore neck and a headache, and it's been like that every week for the past year. So I am looking forward to not having any of those going forward. My new boss asked me what kind of shift what I wanted my schedule to look like. And so yeah, that was one of the things. So I'm happy about that. I saw that I have one shift that is only 3 hours. So I come to work at 7 o'clock and then I go home at 10 o'clock, 3 hours later. Before the store has even opened. So that's gonna be weird. It's like I'm gonna feel like a lagerarbetare, like storage worker, maybe? I'm not sure. Like people that work in storage. Keep forgetting to put it close to the microphone. If any of you have any ideas of how I can do this, I'd love to hear it. Because I've been thinking about having like there's a piece of hay stuck here. Like there's little pieces of grass inside of the yarn. But I guess that means it's natural. So yeah. I don't remember what we were talking about. There's another one. Oh well, I'll find it when I wear it. It's gonna poke me in the back or something. Oh, and these pants, these dungarees, overalls, I'm not sure. They are brand new. I've always wanted a pair and I found one, so I had to buy it. I haven't worn it in public yet, just because I don't have the balls to do that. But they're really comfy, like definitely something you could wear at home. And there's so many pockets. Like I have a pocket here, if I can open it. Yeah, so I put my phone here. Very comfortable. No, convenient. And I have pockets, and I have more pockets, and I keep finding pockets, and I have like tool belt loops. Very convenient pants. So I think when we are done with this row, I'm just gonna end it. It's gonna be a little shorter, but I don't want to be late for work. And then I can also see how well this picked up the sounds and everything like that. So yeah. Almost done. I swear I'm not speeding through just to get it done. But it does look like I am doing that. So there we have it. You can, let's see if I can just, here we have the stretchy ribbing, and then here we have the stockinette. So you can see, like here it goes from knit, knit, purl, purple, 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 purple. While here it's just knits all the way down. Yep. So I'll keep working on this until it gets to 37 centimeters. And then we'll start working on the, let's see, wait, hang on. Yeah, no, it doesn't focus. But you see, like it's a, like a Barbie piece of grass. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this worked out. We'll see you when I upload a video. Yeah. Take care. Bye.